Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harper got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, break 3 to the 25 to the 30 to the outside. 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Shawn and Maya in the morning on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real. All right, listen, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. And that's the little bell right next to it. And that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. You get it? You got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, please don't tell me you didn't know we had a mobile app. Come on now, stop playing. Man, we have an app. So listen, check it out. Wherever you get your apps from, and it doesn't matter where you get your apps from, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Walmart, Kmart, 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Venture, Woolworth, Weebles, Gold Blast. Doesn't matter. You go there, you type in Sports Zone Chicago, you download it, you take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles. Thanks to my man Clarence, Counsel III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. Now, if you're watching this on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Come on, man. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So listen, if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. All right, download Sports Zone Chicago's channel right to your television. Right there. Do it right there, right over there. Forget about it. Right next to Netflix, Hulu, Max, Disney Plus, Prime, Stars. Oh, that's right. Power's coming up on this week. Yeah. I'm fired up. The Shy's been back for a minute. I got to binge watch for 3 episodes. Pretty good. But I digress. Download Sports Zone Chicago's tile, our channel, right to your television. You can watch us on the big screen. Hell, we're on the big screen, right? Mickey, Vicky, now. You can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. You want to know what I did? Well, let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle. Or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. If you want to follow my lovely co-host, Maya Akai, you can follow her on Facebook and Twitter at the Sports Chica. If you want to follow her on Instagram, because you're an IGer, and you do it just for the gram, we'll just follow her at Maya_Akai. It's MAYA_AKAI. Man, we got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So listen, whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, our mobile app, or our Roku channel. I was like, what else are we watching? Actually, just you can't do it on Roku. It's not interactive. But if you're watching on the other 3 platforms, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's see who we got in the chat today. My man, Cornelius Squall's in the house. What up? Good to see you, Cornelius. Be Smooth is in the house. Cornelius, what's up, Papa? How you doing? Oh, my man, Shode is in the house. Top of the morning to you, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And my man, Armando Emeterio, Lara. Junior, my man, Junior's in the house. What's up, Papa? How are you? How's your weekend? How's the weekend? That's what I'm talking about. You know, all snap. AC Adams in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. You know, and listen. Oh, snap. Lavette Lee's in the house. Good morning, Mama. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That I can promise you. So listen. We got a good show. We have a lot to talk. It's been a while. All right. Since last Friday when we got to talk. We were off Monday. And listen, I hope you guys were able to truly enjoy Memorial Day weekend. Okay? I really do. Oh, what a phenomenal cup of tea. Oh my gosh. You know, when you like, that's one of the best ones. Like, that'll go down as like just one of the best that I've ever made. So if you're a coffee drinker, you may have that. But if you're a cook and you cook something and you make something to eat, and it's always good, but there's sometimes you just make it like perfect. Today's cup of tea is perfect. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I like it a lot. Haha, Michelle Walls in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. But I digress. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we got a ratio. Man, we have a lot to talk about. As I was saying, I hope you enjoyed Memorial Day weekend. And I hope you just didn't forget the reason. All right. I hope you didn't forget the reason for Memorial Day. You know, it was you know, I've had a few people, well, a lot of my uncles, all right, my mom's brothers, and all of them have passed away, unfortunately. However, my uncle Dario was in the Air Force. My Uncle John was in the Marines. My Uncle Paulie was in the Army. Okay, so I definitely come from a military family. We appreciate it. And unfortunately for us, you know, none of my uncles, okay, were lost in battle. Okay. But that hasn't happened for everybody. Okay. And that's what Memorial Day is. You know, the old saying, all of them gave some, all gave some, but some gave all, and some gave the ultimate sacrifice. So I hope you guys really enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. I hope you understand why it's important. Coming from a military family, it means a lot. It's not just about the brats and the burgers and the beer and the extra and the day off and all that other good stuff. Like, that's part of it, and that's nice. All right, but the real reason is many sacrificed for their lives for us, so we can have those brats and hot dogs and beer and day off. Okay, just as long as we remember and honor those heroes who allow us to live the lives that we live. So I hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it. You know, and now back to the grind. Back to the grind. Let's see, we got a whole bunch of other people checking in. Oh no, everyone's just exchanging pleasantries, as I see. Levat Jr. Oh, my man in the house, Plank. Good morning, Papa. Bear down, baby. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm excited, man. I am excited. Woo-wee. I am excited. We have a lot to talk, man. Since we last spoke, we have one of the participants in the NBA Finals is set. We have the other one ready to be. It could be done today. Who knows? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Thursday. I thought it was going to be done yesterday, but Minnesota said no, 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 no. So we got to wait till Thursday to see if we can figure that out. Baseball. We got baseball to talk. It's sad and unfortunate as my White Sox are, and frustrating as the Cubs are to you Cub fans. Still got to talk a little baseball. And some interesting news that happened yesterday coming out of the commissioner's office, the commissioner of Major League Baseball. I'm pretty excited about it, pretty happy. Interesting. We'll talk about the news that came out from the baseball commissioner's office yesterday. Man, that's a whole crazy thing. Levette, stop. All right, stop blaspheming. Don't blaspheme on here, Levette, please. Please don't blaspheme anymore. Thank you. And don't forget, we got, that team called the Bears. We got the Bears to talk as well. OTAs are going on, and, I don't know if this is a cause from the other day, but we're going to talk about the Bears. The media is not being allowed in until Friday. I don't know. We're going to talk about that. We got a lot to talk about. I'm a little fired up about it, baby. I missed you guys. I missed talking to my peoples, my sports owners. I really miss talking sports with you. Like I said, it's been a while. Those holiday weekends, we need them. I need them. That's for sure. Just to recharge my batteries. Okay. But when I go an extra couple of days without talking to you, it feels like forever, like the weekend, all right? Saturday, and then Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. Yeah, it seemed like it was an awful long time that I didn't get a chance to holler at you. So I'm happy to be back. Yeah. Bears should cut off the media and fans until mid-training camp. Our fan base overreacts way too much. Yeah, they do. They do. And you get jamokes, man. And that's the problem that I have. The problem that I have is everybody is everything is so, and they have no apologies, no qualms about it. And they make a huge deal over everything. Over everything. I mean, everything. Oh, Caleb Williams missed 7 consecutive passes. Oh my God. And all it does is just fires up the fan base. It's like, come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Because that really, yeah, don't do that. It's, and other local outlets, other podcasters have talked about it as well, and other people have said they're going to bring the over exaggeration. They want to call it excitement, but the over exaggeration, right, throughout. Like, is that really necessary? You know what I mean? Like, is that really necessary? I don't think it is. But some people they're in here for it. And it's like, come on, man. And it's frustrating to see. It's the hyperbole, the craziness, the exaggeration. It's not necessary. It really isn't. But you know what? People want clicks. They want this. They want that. They want, subscribers. I'm not doing shit for clicks. All right. I want you to come here because you get good content. I want you to come here because you hear someone who's educated, who's very knowledgeable about sports, especially football. Okay. But to have the emotional roller coaster, and the thing is, they get excited about it. Like, oh, I can't wait. I can't. It's like, come on, man. Like, we all have lives. We all have stuff to do. And this is a break, should be a break from our lives. But I don't want something that's a break from my life being stressful. I don't want to deal with the drama. It's frustrating that so many platforms have decided to go that route just to get clicks. Okay. Well, they know, because what the situation is, they're going to exaggerate regardless. So now that Caleb struggles against one of the top defenses in the NFL, the top back seven. Oh no, Caleb, he got benched. He did this, he did that. Oh my God, the sky's falling, Chicken Little. But what if it was the other way around? What if Caleb Williams was torching and slicing up our defense, the back seven? Oh my God, the back seven is the worst in the world. What's going on? They're in mood for a regression, in line for a regression this year. There's literally no way to win, no way to avoid it. So people who act like that are just not people to deal with. All right. Just not. You know, he's not. It's not. Yeah, he should struggle against his defense, or else why are we hyping up the D so much? Well, you got this top five, I'd say top three rated one of the top 3 rated defenses in the NFL. You're damn right he better struggle. You're damn right he better struggle. And I want him to fail. I want training camp to be so difficult for him. I want our defense, and they are, to continue to put pressure on him, intercept balls, knock passes down, right? Get him confusing coverage. Okay? Because iron sharpens iron. Because when he comes out of this hell that he's walking through and defense that he's facing, guess what? There's not going to be a defense here that he's not going to be able to exploit. Okay? There's not a defense that he will not be able to exploit. So get all the failure out now. I love it. I want it. I embrace it. But man, let's relax and understand he's a rookie. Let's understand some guys are learning, he's new to the system. All right. Some of the wide receivers are new to the system. Some of the offensive linemen are new to the system. Running backs new to the system. And as much as we talk about Caleb having the playbook and being ahead of the curve, cool. But just take it down a couple notches. All right. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. No, you're right, Junior. Doom and gloom sells. There was an old saying in the TV world, in the newsroom: if it bleeds, it leads. Anything bad, just look at the news. Oh, 3 were shot today, or X amount were shot over the Memorial Day weekend. We start off the news tonight with a tragic story of shooting on the south side, and 1 is dead, 3 are injured, and it's like it's out of control, out of control. So I'm not going to try and take you on a high or on a low. I want to give you just the facts in an entertaining manner, of course, but I'll give you the facts. What did Sergeant Friday say? Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. If you don't know who Sergeant Friday is, I definitely can't rock with you, Papa. Or young lady. Definitely can't rock with you. Sergeant Friday. But in case you're asking, I had a good Memorial Day weekend, man. Hung out with some friends, some family, some friends. Man, it was good. Hung out in the backyard. Man, got the little drinky drink on. Had a little stogie. Had some stogies. That's what I'm talking about. It was, whew. And what was funny, we were hanging out with some people, and they're like, "Well, you know how to grill, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah," because we were at a bar, and like, we should have just stayed in the back and grilled. I'm like, "Okay," so back and we grilled. It was a really good, chill Memorial Day weekend, And as we get older, all right, the party and the craziness, it doesn't stop. Okay, but it's more. Our company gets more select. All right, we want to hang around specific people as we get older. You know what I mean? For all you guys as old as me or older, or maybe a few years younger, like you get it. You don't need the big parties and the big fests and everything because there was a fest this weekend. It was a Mole de Mayo fest. Yeah, Mole de Mayo fest this past weekend. It's crazy. And it's just that you don't need those. You just need good people, some drinks, a lot of good food, a lot of laughs, a lot of music, and that's constitutes a good time. All right. So, but anyway, guys, you know how we do. You know what? We're going to start top of the morning topics. We'll probably get through one of them, and then we'll finish up on the other side of the break. All right. So, guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show. Every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
AC. Just as long as there's good food, smoke, and drink. You know it. That's it. And good people, too. You need good people. You don't want to have good food, drank, and a stogie, or whatever else you smoke by yourself. Like, no, that's as long as you got good people. Oh, snap. Here he is, King Book of World. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Let's see. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? I know where we're going. My White Sox, baby. Whoo, Charlie. White Sox had a rough one. Continue to have a rough season. The White Sox lose to the Toronto Blue Jays over on the south side, 7-2. Woodford got an emergency start. Mike Clevenger is going on the injured list. He had some inflammation. He was scheduled to start yesterday, and Woodward was called up in a heartbeat. He got the loss. He's 0-1. He went 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 punch-outs. Nicky Lopez was 2 for 3 with a double, his third, a triple, his first, and an RBI, his third of the season. Andrew Vaughn was 1 for 4, driving in his 19th run of the year, and Danny Mendick was 1 for 1 with a double. White Sox, man, it is tough. It is tough being. I was talking to a Cub fan this morning at CrossFit. He was like, I don't know how you guys do it. I said, I don't know how you 108 years. I digress. The next top of the morning topic, the White Sox, they host the Blue Jays tonight again. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. You can catch that game on NBC Sports Chicago or listen to it on their flagship AM 1000. Alek Manoah is on a bump for the Blue Jays. He's 1-2 with a 3.97 ERA. He's going up against Chris Flexen on a bump for the good guys, who's 2-4 with a 5.69 ERA. You know, Pedro's throwing everybody under the bus. And he should. Oh, shish kebab. I'll get my newspaper. It's over there. No, the weekend he's talking about they just came out flat. They came out this. Like, part of it is, you know, and everyone says, fire the manager, fire the manager, fire the manager. Okay, I'm not a very big Pedro Grifol guy anymore, okay? I gave him the benefit of the doubt when he was here. He talked a good game. Didn't really live up to it, okay? But there comes a point in time where players got to play. Players got to play. Who are the leaders in that clubhouse? Who? I mean, you can't understand Luis Robert. He speaks Spanish. So all the non-Spanish speaking people aren't going to understand. Eloy's hurt. Yo-Yo's hurt. They're not people you look up to on this team. Like, who's the veteran? Who are the guys that you look up to on this team? I can't think of one. I can't think of one. And that's a shame. Who's the lead? Where's the leadership on this team? This team is void of leadership. Void. So Sox fans, get ready for this losing. Hope you've disconnected. Hope you just check them out every once in a while. Check a box score. Because that's about all they're worth right about now. You have a whole bunch of youngsters. Do I see any of them being potential leaders? Maybe. I don't know. Or they're going to be dealt as they're getting good and get more prospects. Like, ain't that crazy? We're going to trade good people to get prospects. And when those prospects get kind of good, let's trade those prospects to get more prospects. Like, come on. Sometimes you just got to let them develop. Just let them develop and see what you have. Because all this getting rid of talent for prospects, man, at some point you got to stop. Collaborate and listen. Just got to stop. Stop repeating that same cycle. James Ford in the house. Good morning, Papa. Thank you for tuning in. Pedro pissed Sunday. I don't give a shit. You know, we're pissed. We're pissed. They don't love us back. They love money. And I get it. You're in it to make a profit. I get it. But you have to understand, like, the Yankees make a profit every year. And they haven't won a World Series in, 30 years? 25 years? Back in the 90s with Jeter? Let me see. Last Yankees. Hey, Siri. Good morning. When was the last New York Yankees World Series? I'm going to find out. 2009. Thank you, Siri. 2009. So it's 25 years. No, 2009, 15 years? 15 years. I don't know. 15 years. 15 years. And they sell out. And if you think prices are high on the south side, you think prices are high on the north side, we weren't even talking about the Cubs, but if you think prices are high over there, go to the Bronx. Go to the Bronx. See what a ticket costs to get in there. See what a hot dog costs in the Bronx. See what a beer costs in the Bronx. It's like $20 for a beer. And we're bitching about $13, $14, and we should. But you know what? They spend and they win. They hold people accountable. And if you're not getting the job done, they get someone who does. So it's unfortunate. I've only gone to 2 games opening day, and I got the special invite to I got a suite ticket, so that was nice. But yeah, I just want to see, I want to see some fight, some desire, the ability to stay healthy. Lord help me. But listen, before I get too crazy, let's take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we'll continue with top of the morning topics. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, There's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face. Ugly.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Spot. Ball's lifted high in the air to left. Benintendi at the warning track. And he makes the catch at the wall. Let's go, Benny.
He goes back. The timing is perfect. He goes up and makes the catch. Good effort and a good play.
Did he hold up? No, he didn't. Bichette went around, and it's a strikeout.
Yes.
Hit hard, and it passed the diving Guerrero Jr. Lopez digging for 2. It rattles around in that corner. He's going for 3. Nicky Lopez with a stand-up triple here in this first. This one sent up the middle, and it caroms off of Kiermaier in center. Jokes will score easily, and Lopez takes advantage and goes to second. An RBI for Nicky Lopez, and the Whites.
And that was about all the highlights we had for the day. Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports Chicago. Those were the good guys playing not so good yesterday. They're back at it again on the south side, as we said. We talked about their matchup against the Toronto Blue Jays at home. They're on 6:40 tonight. 6:40 is the first pitch. That game again is on NBC Sports Chicago, as well as their flagship radio station, AM 1000. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Man, the Cubs with a big win yesterday. Wow. Big win yesterday, 6-3 in 10 innings over the Milwaukee Brewers, excuse me. They were booing Craig Counsell in the first game of the series because he's the Cub manager now, which I thought was funny. But anyway, the Cubs beat the Brewers 6-3 in 10 innings yesterday. Ben Brown, he started the game with he got a no decision, 7 innings. All right, of shutout ball, 2 walks, 10 punch outs. Michael Busch, man, he's up again. This youngster, they might have found something here. He was 2 for 4 with a homer, his 8th of the season, driving in his 22nd and 23rd ribbies of the year. Cody Bellinger was 2 for 5 with a ribby, his 24th. And Ian Happ was 1 for 5, collecting his 11th double of the year and getting his 18th and 19th RBIs of the season. But it doesn't stop. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. They're at Milwaukee again tonight. So, hey, listen, if you're up, that's a good spot. That's a nice spot to catch a game. That's a real nice spot to catch a game. All right, and they have tailgating. So it's good stuff. I like it. I've been there a couple times. I'm actually probably going to go up there again because I'm going to go to Summerfest. And if you don't know about Summerfest, you are missing out. Just Google Summerfest. All right, it's in Milwaukee, and it is the largest music show. So for a while, it was for 2 weeks straight. It was just 2 weeks, Sunday through, or 14 days straight. Broom. And then, but COVID hit, and then the turnout wasn't as crazy. So what they did was actually pretty smart. Now they do it 3 weekends in a row. I think the first weekend is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the last 2 weekends are Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which I think is dope. Now they don't have to worry about the week, the light week, and people who have their businesses and their vendors and everything out there. It's light week and light during the week, I should say. Now you're going to get, full maximum dollar because everyone's going to want to go now. So it might actually be crowded. So if you haven't checked out Summerfest, highly recommend it. Do that. Check it out. If you do, start getting your hotel rooms like yesterday because you're in the month of June, the month that it's happening. So I was probably going to go up to Summerfest, and the Cubs and the Brewers are playing the 28th, 29th, and 30th, I want to say, of June. All right. And so I was going to probably head up there. And then I know some people that I was going to go up with had never been to Summerfest, but they're also baseball fans. Like, oh, we'll go on and see if we'll catch a Brewers game. And I looked and I said, oh, they're playing the Cubs. Sorry. So I'll probably buy. I would buy some stuff because I actually used to like the Brewers. I'll buy some Brewer stuff just to be anti-Cub. Sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. But I actually was a big Milwaukee Brewer fan because they had one of my favorite players. I was a shortstop. And for those of you who are old enough to remember, Robin Yount, number 19, was a shortstop for the Milwaukee Brewers when they were in the American League. Before he went to the outfield, he became a center fielder. Okay. But I was a big Robin Yount fan. So yeah, so I think I will get, I reached out to my guy and I'll get back to you. But anyway, I digress. Summerfest in Milwaukee is dope. Let me tell you, it is dope. It is dope. The next top of the morning topic, the sky. Man, this is a tough one. Whew, the sky fell. The sky is falling. The sky is Chicken Little. Sky fell to the Seattle Storm yesterday, 77-68. Angel Reese. All right, paced. Angel Reese dropped 11 points, 12 rebounds. Dana Evans, point guard extraordinaire. She had 13 points. Elizabeth Williams, 11 points, 8 rebounds. It was tough. Oh, Shishka Barbarino. It was tough. They've been, the one thing that I've noticed, they've taken a lot of, it's a shorty. I miss the Taste of Chicago and Summerfest. Taste of Chicago, no, Chicago Fest is what it was. Taste of Chicago and Chicago Fest. Unless you meant Summerfest because you've gone to Milwaukee for it. But, yeah. There was a situation last week where they were a little rough. They were a little rough with, oh my goodness. Hold on. So there was a situation yesterday or last week with the Sky where they were rough with Angel Reese. They were really, really rough with her. All right. One of the New York Liberty, I want to say. No, how can I put it? Anyway, she threw her down really, really hard. All right. The girl actually got she got ejected. And like the G that she is, Angel Reese is like, they're not supposed to be easy on me because I'm they're like, she's like, I get it. And I was like, I like that. And the one thing that I love, she's not asking for any favoritism. She's not asking, she understands she's a rookie. Somebody sat her down and talked to her about this. I'm sure she had an idea, but there are people in her corner who said, listen, there's going to be a lot of haters. Okay, you're unapologetically you right now. You're getting a lot of attention. You, Caitlin Clark. Okay, a lot of the other girls who came in, who's the girl from the Sparks? I can't think of her name right now. You're getting a lot of what they feel is, I don't want to say unnecessary, but you're getting a lot more attention than these girls who are established veterans are getting. There's going to be, and you know how women can get. They'll be very, very petty. Call me misogynistic, call me whatever. But women can be very petty. But also, let's not get it twisted. The women that are coming in are a lot more feminine than the majority of the women in the WNBA, because there was like a butch look that people associated with the WNBA. Well, now you got very feminine, beautiful looking women. All right, just look at our team. You got Deanna Evans. If you just look at the team pictures. When they had team pictures this year, they're all dialed up. They're all dialed up, makeup, hair done, like they're going out to the club. They just have their basketball uniforms on. WNBA is making them giving them a softer image. And so you're going to have women, pretty girls like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, okay, and some of the other girls who were drafted. And there's going to be a lot of hate. All right. And one of the girls, man, two plays in a row. I forgot what she did the first time, but then she came back down and she was going up for the ball and he just clotheslined her. Slammed her down. Girl got ejected. But Angel Reese said, thank you for sending me a message. She goes, because I got up, made 2 free throws. And I love the fact that she's not asking for any quarter. She's not giving any quarter. She realizes she has to earn her keep. She's a rookie. I got to do what I got to do. They're going to pick on me. I get it. She's not as strong as everybody else. Remember we talked about Caitlin Clark and everyone's saying, oh, she's having a tough time and they're locking her up. She's not scoring. She's not this. The reason she's not scoring is because within a month to 6 week span, she finished the NCAA tournament. 2 weeks later had the draft. 2 weeks later had training camp. There was no time. Literally no time. Her body has not recovered. These women's bodies have not recovered. They have not had an off season. They have not had a month or so just to veg out and chill and do nothing. They haven't had that yet. Give them wait till next season when they get a little muscle on them. Camila Cardoso gets a little thinner, gets a lot more streamlined. It kind of changes the body, the little baby fat she has into muscle, changing their body composition. They're going to be a force. And it's all these rookies, this whole rookie class. Watch. Is it Linnea Jackson in LA? And then the Cameron, the tall, thin white girl, the 6'3", 6'4" white girl, big rebounder. Give them a chance to get in a full off season to get their bodies right. But Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese saying that she's not complaining. She's not going to the ref saying, ref, they're doing this to me. Ref, they're being mean to me. Ref, they said I stink. They said I'm not pretty. Come on. She's a baller. She's a baller. All right, you don't see her bitching and moaning. You don't see her going, what, ref, come on. Nuh-uh, not at all. She understands. I'm a rookie. They're going to be rough with me. They're going to be tough. They're going to push the envelope. I cannot respond. My response is playing the game. Yesterday, in one of the baskets, one of the baskets, man, she just put her shoulder down, got the and one. I was like, you go, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Peep this.
At Mississippi State, picking up right where she left off in college.
This is a Seattle Storm team who beat Washington and hit 12 3-pointers in that game over the weekend. Turnaround falls for Elizabeth Williams. So Reese surveying her options with under 4 to play in the first quarter. Dana Evans off the 1 foot for 2.
I like Polly Chapman said there's no blueprint for what she's been able to do.
Angel Reese sneaking her way. Somehow found her way to the bucket. Diamond forcing Jewel Lloyd to her left. Marina Mabry all over it. As Angel Reese gives it to her, and Angel gets another 2. Gives it up to Dana Evans, who fires, rattles it around, and Dana's got 3 threes for 13 points.
Yeah, that goes courtesy of the U. Right? Not Miami University, no, the U. WCIU. I didn't have it on it, but one of the games, I mean, Angel Reese just put her shoulder down, went up with the layup, got the and one. She's physical. And Saturday, June 1st, is the return of Camila Cardoso. I don't believe she played yesterday. And she's physical. She's physical, and I love that. All right, now you got two bangers down low. We saw what Camila Cardoso did in the NCAA tournament. All right, we saw that. Yeah, she didn't play DNP shoulder, Camila Cardoso. So Saturday's her first game. Her mindset is one that I admire. I'm talking about Angel Reese. All right. She ain't playing. She don't care. She don't care. All right. You want to do this? Bet. I got it. And that's growing up. Most of us who watch on here are a certain age where you didn't call a foul. Like, oh, not the way the NBA calls fouls. All right. You had to hear the slap, had maybe a little blood, had a little red mark on your arm. Okay. Even sometimes they still argue with you. All right. You grew up, you just had to make the basket. All right. You weren't trying to draw the foul, you're trying to make the basket. And I love that mentality for her. I love it. King Booker World, you're a fool. I haven't been to the taste since they took out the turkey legs. Turkey leg boots. Those are badass turkey legs, though. One big, like brontosaurus. I honestly felt like Fred Flintstone. I felt like Fred Flintstone when you just picked that sucker up, and the barbecue sauce is dripping. So you had to hold the tray underneath it. The barbecue sauce is dripping with a big ass giant turkey leg. Yeah, I feel you, Papa. I feel you. Oh man. Oh man, that was hilarious. Yes, but where were we? So yeah, so the sky. Oh. Hold on for 1 second. Get my can I reach my newspaper? No, I can't. It was right over there. So the Sky they're fun. Although, thank God, I know I paid for the WNBA League Pass, and I'm with it. But I'm really happy that many of their games are on the Marquee Network. I really am. So if you have the Marquee Network, you're able to see the girls, the ladies. All right, many games, not all of them, many of them. All right, I tried catching it on the WNBA League Pass yesterday, but that wasn't one of the games they were streaming live. They're showing clips of it like a few minutes after, but it wasn't live. But I like what they're doing. I like the support that they're getting. Now it just needs to continue and stay consistent. Actually, not even stay consistent. It needs to continue to grow. Grow consistently is what it needs. All right. So June 1st, this Saturday. All right. There's going to be a lot of people. The game's probably going to be sold. Not probably. The game's sold out against Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark. She's coming to town. Okay. It'll be the first time that Caitlin Clark will be playing Angel Reese since the tournament, which was not very long ago. Okay. Actually, she didn't play in the tournament. They lost to South Kakalaka. So since last year, when Angel Reese did the I got the ring thing, that whole, you can't see me, all that thing. And that's just trash talk. That's all it is. Carmela Cardoso, she beat her. She beat her this past season. It's just like Caitlin Clark knocked out Camila Cardoso the year before when South Carolina was undefeated. The only loss, I told you, 104-3, I want to say. That was the record. The last 3 seasons. 104-3. What the hell is that? Dawn Staley is dope. Dawn Staley is the ish. Let me tell you. Them girls going, and 2 undefeated regular seasons in a row. Hats off to her. She's doing that thing. She's doing the damn thing. So the WNBA is on a good course right now. Now you just need to sustain it. Like you got, when you're starting a fire and it catches a little bit, and you start with the firewood, and it's burning a little bit, and you see it catch a big piece because you usually have a starter log, or if you didn't, you got to throw newspapers in there, roll them. It's kind of twist them and put them all around the wood, and when you start to see the wood catch fire, start to burn, you're like, oh, okay. Now you just need to fan the flames and keep it going. That's what the WNBA is right now. Okay, that's what the WNBA is. Is there now? You got to fan the flames. All right, get to these games. And yes, people are going to bitch and moan about the prices of the game because now they're being sold in the secondary market. But just last year, they weren't being sold in the secondary market. Just last season, it's been very fun watching this league grow, watching the players that we acquire. I think it's good. Look at Brian, no blood, no foul. Oh, you guys are crazy. I love it. I love it. So make sure you go. Make sure you watch. I'm looking forward to seeing on Saturday how that played. Like I said, it's sold out. I'm really surprised they didn't move it to the United States. I thought they were going to. I really thought they were going to move it to the United Center because that would have. I'm sorry. Where are we at? Oh, because it's June. That's why. Here. So the Commissioner Cup games, the Fever, June 1st. It's here. No, oh my goodness. They're playing in Indiana. Okay, my mistake. June 23rd, the Fever come here. My apologies. That's what it has here on the ESPN. Either way, those are crazy. I thought they came here. I swear I thought they came here. But listen, let's take a quick break. All right. On the other side of the break, we're going to have some more topics we want to talk about. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Yeah, hello. I'm I'm really not sure if this is what you all do, but I really don't have anywhere else to turn.
Hi. I don't even know why I'm calling right now. I'm sorry. My thoughts are going a mile a minute.
My kids are out of state. My buddies from the Army are all gone now. I'm really alone.
I left the service last year. My mom just passed away a few months ago. I miss so much time with her. I keep getting calls about the bills, and I'm trying to get a job, but I feel so stuck.
Okay, ma'am. I'm glad you called.
Okay, sir. Let's stay on the line and walk through some things.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Every day we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
Low home run total. High ball center field. That's well struck. Bush puts a charge into one, and it's gone. Off the ledge of the batter's eye, a towering fly ball to center field. And the Cubs are on the board. They lead it. High fly ball. This is trouble. Bellinger back. Back some more at the wall. Jumps, and he makes the grab. Oh, Bellinger. A spectacular catch from Cody. And it stays 1-0. The base hit. Drilled right field. Going back Bowers. Back some more. Over his head. Suzuki is in. Bellinger on his heels. Happ is into second. It's 5-1.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago. You caught me. Wow. Those clips courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were the Cubs yesterday with a big extra over the division rival, the Milwaukee Brewers, excuse me. I only say that because if you missed it earlier, this was the first trip to Milwaukee, and when Craig Counsell was announced, they actually did a nice little video tribute to him, but a lot of fans were booing him because now he's the enemy. And not just the enemy, he's their rival. He's in the division, so it's understandable for the, Adam, what's up, Papa? Thank you for tuning in. This is the first time I've seen you, Adam. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's Caitlin Clark averaging like 25 and 6. Yeah, that's all hate, bro. You know how that is. It's a lot of people, and the part of that is when you got the hate, okay, and let's not forget the race thing, okay, because she's white, okay, and she's really doing it. She's bringing eyes to it. A lot of people are jealous because there's some more established stars who've been doing it for a while, and Caitlin's getting more hype, more pub than them. Why? If she's bringing eyes here, if she's bringing eyes to your league, that means money for you. That means money for you. I don't know what the split is for merchandising, but they've been losing $10 million every year. Okay? So here's the thing. Even if you guys get $1,000, and I know that's not, well, I mean, for the size of your contract, that's a lot of money. Let's just say you get $1,000 at the end of the year because of your marketing thing. The league was losing $10 to $12 million a year for the last 3 or 4 years. So if they're able to give you at least $1,000, what does that mean? That means they're out of the red. So, yeah, as a competitor, and you have to look different when you're a professional than you are when you're in college and in high school, because it's about the bottom line. Yes, you want to win a championship. Yes, you want to be the best. You want a ring. You want the parade, the ticker tape parade. You want all that. But you also want to get paid. And if this crop of freshmen, of rookies, can get you paid, why are we hating? Why are you hating? Because your next contract could be instead of averaging 75,000, it could be 95,000. Could be 100,000. Could be 125,000. Who knows? They're bringing eyes to the sport. They're moving it to bigger arenas. What more do you want? They got you charter jets. Yeah, they're at Indianapolis on Saturday. Son of a biscuit. LA is here tomorrow for the Sky. But you got charter jets now. You don't have to go through the airport security and having everyone, oh, hey, give me an autograph and get a picture, blah, 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 blah. As much as they love the fans, I just want to get to my game. So the people who are saying she sucks, one, they're just silly. All right? It comes from, a lot of times it comes from a place of hate, from jealousy. Because whatever their issues are. And it's unfortunate because it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter who brings eyes to your sport, as long as eyes are being brought to your sport. Which means in the next 5 or 10 years, when there's another CBA, I don't know when the CBA is. Let me double check. Oh, Siri. Hey Siri, when is the next WNBA collective bargaining agreement? Okay, so they said they had it in 2020. Thank you, Siri. They had it in 2020. So it'll be up to 2024. Okay, the 4-year agreement will begin with the So it just started. The 4-year agreement will begin with the 2024 season and run through the 2027 season. Per league policy, terms of the agreement will not be disclosed. Okay. Good. So after the 2027 season, guess what's going to happen? First of all, they're expanding. Okay. That's for starters. It means more teams. So all these rookies who are getting cut, they're going to have places to go. So don't think of it as a watering down because everyone's, oh, they're going to water down. No, you know how many talented people there are? There's only 12 teams. It's only 144 girls. Women, only 144. You don't think there's more than 144 really good women basketball players around the world? Yeah, they're there. So it's not going to be like an expansion team in the NFL or baseball team, even though they still have good players there. But nonetheless, like you're getting first and second rounders cut in the WNBA. And once they get that TV deal, man. I know they have a small one with Ion. on Fridays, Ion TV. But why the hate? Why the despair? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if she's black, if she's white, if she's Puerto Rican, if she's Dominican, if she's Cuban, if she's Brazilian, she's Russian. Doesn't matter. She's bringing eyes. They're bringing sponsors. They're bringing money to you to put in your bank account, in your pockets. Get your hand out of my pocket. Adam, I have no idea why people are jealous. I'd be happy as a pig in slop if that meant at the end of the collective bargaining, I'm telling you, at the end of the collective bargaining agreement in 27, we go back to the table and say, okay, guess what, girls or teams, owners, now we can split out the marketing, the merchandising to some players, to the players, not some, to the players. Like they need sports cards, they need, trading cards, they need all this stuff. They have it, I know, but now there's got to be a thing. So why they do that, Adam, I have no idea. Actually, I do have an idea. Jealousy and envy. And that is a damn shame. Man, Easter next top of the morning topic, actually, we're going to talk about the NBA. The Eastern Conference Finals. The Boston Celtics, wicked pissa. The Boston Celtics swept their way into the NBA Finals. They defeated the Indiana Pacers in Game 4, 105-102, to advance to the NBA Finals, which started on June 6th. The Boston Celtics are looking for their 18th banner, 18th trophy, which leads the NBA. And you got to take that with a grain of salt, too. Trust me. I had to hear all that when I went to school in Massachusetts. The most titles and blah, blah. I was like, there are only 6 teams, bro. Relax. There are only 6 teams. You had the best team. There's no trading, no free agency, no moving around. Just take it with a grain of salt. But Boston was picked by most to win the title this year. And I should have saved it, and I didn't. Someone had a 50, like a dollar, 50 cent or a dollar bet. It's parlay. It's going to get him like $280,000. He had South Carolina winning the women's title. It was all the championship. South Carolina winning the women's title. What's his name? Connecticut winning the boys' title. Someone win the World Series. The NBA Finals, and then there's one other one. One other one in the NBA Finals. So if Boston wins the NBA Finals, all the 4 legs hit. If Boston wins the finals, this guy on less than a dollar bet is going to win like $280,000. That's crazy. Less than a dollar bet. Good luck to him. Good luck to him. But the Boston Celtics, they're kind of in a no-win situation here. All right? Because they were picked by many at the beginning of the year to win the title. So if they win it, they're like, well, we expected it. We called it. Everyone called it. We knew you should do it. You got the best team. And if they don't, now the piranhas will attack. Will attack. Oh, you had the best team. You were picked all season long. You collapsed under the pressure. You did this. You did that. Blah, 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 blah. Really? This is what Boston has to do. So Boston has to go and close it out. They got to win number 18. They have to do it. And I'll tell you what. The winner of the Western Conference Finals, I'm sorry. And that's what we're going to talk about now. Is going to have is going to be in for a fight. Boston's got a tough matchup, whoever. All right, because in the Western Conference Finals, Game 4, Minnesota last night staved off elimination with a 105-100 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. They were in Dallas, which was very impressive. Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 9 times. 9 assists for Ant-Man, for Anthony Edwards. Carl Anthony Towns, 25 points, 5 rebounds. Now they go back to Minnesota. They go back to Minnesota. Can they win at home? Remember, they lost the first 2 games at home. They lost the first game in Dallas, and they're looking to get swept. And Ant-Man, my hat's off to you. I love the way you came out and fought off elimination yesterday. Impressive. 29 points, 10 boards, 9 dimes. That's the way to avoid it. Carl Anthony Towns, 25 points, 5 boards. Okay, you're big people. That's what I'm talking about. Your stars got to play. Your stars got to come out. This is playoffs, baby. Your stars got to come out. This is where big-time players make big-time plays in these big-time games. And Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, 29, 10, and 9. That's par for the course to stave off elimination. Cat, 25 and 5. Okay. But their next game, all right, it's Thursday. That's mañana, tomorrow, 7:30, back in Minnesota. We talked about it. Will the fan base be nuts? Yeah. They're going to be just riveting and raucous. Yeah. Don't let this team get on a run. Don't let Minnesota get on a run. That fan base is going to explode. The roof's going to come off the place. And it should be. As it should. That's how you support your team. So it's going to be, can they bring it back to Dallas for Game 6? Because Minnesota here's the crazy part. Minnesota has home court. But the only way they'll regain home court is if they win in Minnesota. No, they got to win in Minnesota and Dallas. They got to win the next 2. And they'll be tied 3-3, and they'll have the home court coming back to Minnesota. But you got to win Thursday first. You can't win 2 unless you win the first one. So all focus should be on them for on Thursday's game for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I wish them well. All right. You're going back home, Game 5. Sleep in your own bed. Let me tell you something. A lot of people underestimate the power of sleeping in your own bed the night before an event. You don't understand how good it feels, how comfortable it is. And believe me, I'm not complaining. I'm not, because when athletes go on, now we're talking the NBA, they stay in 4- and 5-star hotels. Floors are blocked off. Like there's no noise on those, unless the players playing Madden or something, or someone brought the Xbox and hooked it up to the TV or something. But there's no noise on there. They got security guards on there and everything. So they're sleeping in nice. Their accommodations are nice. But it's not like sleeping in your own bed. And Minnesota's going to have that chance tomorrow. I'm sure they did it last night. They flew back last night. I would imagine. But you get to sleep in your own bed the night before the game. Come out. It's going to be a barn burner. Minnesota already knows that Dallas can beat them on their home court. They did it twice. Dallas knows they can be beat on their own home court. So that if we lost at home, Minnesota could beat us when we're on the road and they're at home. So one heck of a game. Luka, Kyrie, that's one hell of a duo. Let me tell you, that's one heck of a duo. The luxury of having 2 closers is priceless. Priceless. He's smart. Let's talk about gyros. Never a bad time. Junior said he had one for breakfast. Shorty said, I'm going to get a gyro for lunch. I've always loved regret that, because it's just not the same as Chicagoland's. Yeah. King Booker World jumps in. He's like, never a bad time for a Guido. That's going to be my cheat meal on Friday. And then Junior said, by my wife and daughter, we had Guidos for dinner on Monday night. And when I was asked yesterday afternoon what I should make for dinner, both said they wanted Guidos again. That's hilarious. I love the chats, the conversations that are going on in the chats. Yeah, Nikki's. Guido. But I digress. The NBA Finals start June 6th. All right, both participants, both combatants will be named at that point, obviously. It's just how soon? How soon? How long can Minnesota stay alive? Minnesota only has to stay alive for one more game. If you're saying, what you got one more game. You have one more game. If you win that game, you get another game. If. But don't look at that if game. Look at the game that's right in front of you. You need to look at that game. They need to say this, and as I'm sure they're, first of all, as players, they understand they're down 3-1. I think they know that. The coaches need to reinforce it. Said because it's literally win or go home. Like the boys at TNT said, gone fishing. The land of 1,000 lakes up there in Minnesota, right? Go pick one. Go fishing. Go fishing. Oh, man, my garbage is be coming out. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, baby. There you go. Thank you, sir. I like that kind of party. The next topic that I want to talk about is pretty dope. It's getting a lot. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of traction. A lot of conversation has been sparked because of this. It came out yesterday. Major League Baseball has decided to recognize the Negro League's records and statistics. This is epic. This is going to ruffle a lot of feathers. This is what we talked about earlier when we started the show. This is what it just came out yesterday. People are livid. Some people are livid. Pissed off to the highest pissed offedness that you could get. It's how some people are. Because it changes the record books. It changes it. Josh Gibson now has become the league leader in career batting average with a 3.32 average. Beat Ty Cobb. He has a slugging percentage of .718 and an OPS of 1.177. Those two categories, he moved ahead of the Babe Ruth. Put a .690 slugging percentage and a 1.164 OPS. So Josh Gibson's ahead in 3 categories. And people are not happy. People are not happy. And people are saying, well, they should just have their own Hall of Fame and this and this. But that is history. And for those, here's the one question I have. There's a lot of issues. Okay, there's a lot of issues. All right. And the Major League Baseball at the time had more money. They were well funded. Their season was set. Okay. Sometimes the Negro Leagues just had. Oh, come on, I gotta log in. Just didn't have the facilities. Okay, they didn't. And sometimes they play a 60-game season. So it's difficult when you have a 60-game season to a 162-game season. So the averages could be better or would be better. Okay, the averages will definitely be better. Batting average, OPS, because it's a smaller sample size. But I forgot what they call it, the Countiel numbers. The numbers that accrue over time. 300 pitchers or 300 wins for a pitcher, 500 homers for a batter. Okay? Those, there won't be many of those. They're not. Because there's just not the longevity. Okay? The longevity isn't there. Okay? You know, Josh Gibson, we talked about that. He's a single season record in each slash line category, 466. 4,974. That's a hell of a slash line. Okay. I'm happy for this. All right. And there's some people automatically say, well, it's not fair because Major League Baseball had the best players. And my response to that is, how do you know? How do you know? Black players were not allowed in baseball. So black and Hispanic players were not allowed in baseball. Hard to believe, huh? When everyone's a Rodriguez and Hernandez and a Martinez now all up and down your team. A Luis Robert, a Yo Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, all those Hispanic names littering your team, up and down your team's roster. But yes, black and Hispanic players could not play in Major League Baseball. So they started their own league, the Negro Leagues. If you look at some of the records, insane. The amount of rest that they had, the amount of pitches that they would throw in a game. I liked it. Okay, I like it. And yes, the Negro League, there were teams in Mexico as well. Yes, Junior. Yes, there were. And Mexico played a huge part of slavery back then because if a slave crossed the border into Mexico, they would not be returned to the United States. The United States came and told Mexico, say, hey, we want these slaves back. And Mexico said, no, the Mexican citizens now. So for those of you who don't know, there's a really big Blaxican population. People just like me, half Mexican, half black. Big Blaxican population over on the west coast of Mexico in Oaxaca and Veracruz. Okay. And I love it because when they play the Negro Leagues and All-Star games, they lost. The Negro Leagues were really good. Chicago had a team called the Chicago American Giants, for those of you who aren't aware. Okay? Chicago American Giants. It was crazy. It's just so it was unfortunate, but that's part of our history, all history. And again, to say that they didn't play the major leagues, well, who's to say that like we talked about, James, like you just mentioned, who's to say that they could play in the Negro Leagues? I mean, Major League Baseball had some more resources, but the talent. Imagine the Negro Leagues with the talent, with the resources that the Major League Baseball had, and they're still doing very well without the resources. Josh Gibson, I don't know if we had him on here. His grandson, or great grandson, Shawn Gibson. He was on What's Up, Cuz. I tried to reach out to. I couldn't get a hold of him. I'll see if I can get him on for Friday. Talk about that. Josh Gibson's great grandson. Oh, okay. Here's one of the teams that Junior said, the Cordoba Cafeteros. Okay. Because you look at these guys, if there was a thing in baseball, like, yes, they used to steal bases, but man, it's a different thing when the Negro Leagues. Like they had power hitters, but they had guys who could slap the ball all over the field. And once you get on, they steal second, they steal third. And it happens so often, you forget, like people would, once the color barrier was broke, teams would I don't want to say hire, they'd sign No, I get it. Yeah. The Major League Baseball lost to the Negro Leagues in the All-Star game. If I said it incorrectly, I apologize. I got it. Maybe from here to here it came out wrong. But no, the Negro Leagues would win. No, I get it. Thanks, James. Black Diamond, what's up, Papa? How are you? Thanks for tuning in. So this is important. I think it's vital. And there's no way we can go back and integrate them at that particular point before Jackie Robinson. There's no way we can do that to see how they would fare. But it's also a statement saying, well, wait a minute, they had some quality-ass competition. As good, if not better, than the major leagues. Charles Comiskey. This I know from my studies in Chicago. Charles Comiskey was one of the places they would hold the Negro League All-Star game. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yes. Yes, Jackie Robinson brought the Negro League style of play to the majors. Like the way they ran, the way Jackie was running and stealing bases, they had never seen that type of speed before. and think about it now. Who's the the all-time league leader in stolen bases? Ricky Henderson. I want to say he averaged like 100 steals a year for like 5 or 6 years in a row. Which you had a lot of guys who got 100 steals. You remember you had the Smith brothers. They weren't brothers. On the Cardinals, Lonnie Smith, Ozzie Smith. Obviously, Ricky. Ricky was a dude, man. He was a stud. Like he walked up, he could, if you walked him, he'd steal second and possibly third. If you pitched to him, he'll put it out of the park. He was one of those just freaks of nature like that, which I think Louis Robert can be, which I thought Yoan Moncada could be. But I digress. Ricky was that dude, man. Ricky was that dude. Oh, thank you. That's right, Cornelius. Maury Wills, Lou Brock. Okay. Don't forget about Roberto Clemente, the Puerto Rican cat, who ended up with exactly 3,000 hits and died in a plane crash in Nicaragua. He was doing relief flights, bringing food and clothing and food to Nicaragua, and his plane went down. Okay, which is why, and he was number 21, which is why 21 is such a huge number in the Hispanic population, right? And in baseball, who was 21? Remember, Sammy Sosa wore 21. All right, a lot of Hispanics are, like revere the number 21. And it varies by country. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Sammy was Dominican, Roberto Clemente was Puerto Rican. But I know the Venezuelans, 13 was a big number. Remember, Ozzie Guillen wore 13. Why? He looked up to Dave Concepcion from the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine, number 13. Okay. Cornelius Clemente was my all-time favorite baseball player. Yeah. 5-tool player. 5-tool player. And just think of, and this is the thing that really sucks about the situation, about that part of history. Like, think of all these guys playing together. All right, you bring the Josh Gibsons, you bring the Jackie Robinsons, you bring other guys over into the major leagues. Just make it one league. I mean, that's what happened eventually. Once the barrier was broken, the Negro Leagues went defunct because then now you could play in the major leagues and there was more funding. But imagine, and they didn't want to take all of them because there were so many different issues that they had to deal with. Remember, they couldn't stay in hotels, the same hotel as their teams. If you saw the movie 42, you saw like Jackie Robinson would have the game-winning hit, but couldn't have dinner with his team, excuse me, in the hotel. Yep, go around back and pick up your food out by the kitchen. You can't stay in this hotel. That's how it was. And I think doing this is an honor to them. Hold on. It's to honor them, but also to recognize their greatness as athletes. And to me, I think that's pretty dope. Pretty dope. So moving forward in history, you're going to see they have their place in history. The Negro League players will have their place, right? Because they were just as equally talented, if not more so talented, than the Major League Baseball players. And they never got their due. They never had the resources behind them. Never had the facilities. Never had the crowds. Like, imagine, double duty Ratcliffe. You're pitching against Babe Ruth. You're pitching against all these, stars. Where do they stand up? Where would they stand? What double duty Ratcliffe or these guys they're striking out Babe Ruth. Or someone getting a home run off of, some of the phenomenal pitchers that we had in Major League Baseball. Like, there was a time that it's unfortunate, but it's a time where we're deprived of having two cultures collide. Like George Costanza said in Seinfeld, worlds colliding. Those were two worlds that collision course would have been great. The black baseball players from the Negro League all of them integrated in the Major League Baseball, into Major League Baseball. They didn't want to do that. They didn't want to let Jackie Robinson in. Oh, there goes the neighborhood. That's what they would say. Once you let one in, there goes the neighborhood. So yeah, so very happy about, extremely happy. All right, that the Major League Baseball will now recognize the Negro Leagues and their statistics. And as I was saying, Josh Gibson becomes the league leader in batting average, 372, slugging percentage, and OPS. Takes over Ty Cobb for the batting average and Babe Ruth for slugging and OPS. It just goes to show how phenomenally talented black players were back in the day. And unfortunately now, after all that black folks went through to get into baseball, there's such a void left by young black kids that just don't want to play baseball. They want to play football. They want to play basketball. All right? Because you're going to have to tell a kid, okay, you're out of college, you're here. All right, go down to the minors for 2 or 3 years. Come up when you're 24, 25. You think that sits well with these I want my money now society? No, it doesn't. Insta pay now, quick pay me now. I want money now. Kids? Mm-mm. No. And it's unfortunate. All the things that Jackie Robinson had to go through, the insults, like I said, the separating of him and his team, can't eat with the team, can't even walk into the front of the hotel, had to go around the back to get food, couldn't stay there. And now young black boys do not want to play baseball. There's been a revitalized effort on the south side here in Chicago to get more of the young black boys interested in playing baseball. We'll see how that plays out. Oh, man. Hey, better late than never, baby. Jay Grizz in the hell yeah. Good morning, Papa. Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend. Cornelius Gall said, I used to see double duty all the time when I'd have breakfast on the south side. Yeah. Yeah. That was I'm really, really happy about that, man. I really am. I just think it's another sign of black excellence that just can't be hidden and can't be buried in in the history books. Now it's in there for good. For good. Well, Jay Grizz, you got here just at the right time, baby. OTAs are going on. And you know what? Apparently, and I don't know if this is true. I do know this is true. The media is not allowed at OTAs until Friday. Some people have speculated that it's because of the hubbub that, or when Caleb had a bad day against our defense in 7-on-7. And some people say the Bears wouldn't do that. And I say, bullshit. You obviously don't know our Bears. It wouldn't. Why do you think they're not on Hard Knocks? This is the perfect team for Hard Knocks. Perfect team. But they're secret squirrel about everything. And it would not surprise me if they said if they are the reason. Yes, Junior, you're right. RBI is called Reviving Baseball in the Inner City. All right. RBI, Reviving Baseball in the Inner City, is a program that his son Mondo got to play in Busch Stadium and Target Field. That's dope. Yeah, they go. This organization goes into the inner cities of various cities in the country and revitalizes baseball. They have they got grants, they got donors. And they rebuild baseball fields. Okay, they clean them up, and then obviously help get coaches, all this other stuff. Have money for that because you got to pay. People's time is money. But I digress. Yeah, they're waiting next year for Hard Knocks, even though they won the Super Bowl this year. I don't know if you can make the playoff, and there might have been. I think there's some specifications that you have to have in order for you to be on Hard Knocks. And I think if you make the playoffs, I don't know if that's one of them, but I anticipate the Bears making the playoffs. So I don't know if they can be on it. All right, but that's frustrating, and people have talked about, oh, Caleb's this, Caleb that. Hell, even what's his name? Did I save it? I hope I did. I did not. Oh, you know what? I apologize. This was a picture, and I should have done it earlier. What did you do with it? All right, oh. Here we go. I had a picture of there you go. And I didn't show you who Josh Gibson was. I had a picture of Josh Gibson that did I? Yeah, I did. Here it is. Silly me. This is Josh Gibson. He played for the Homestead Grays. Homestead is in Florida. All right. It's about 20 minutes north of Miami? South of Miami. South of Miami, I want to say. Yeah. We played in Homestead. For our 2 national championships when I was with the Thunder, we played at Homestead. But the Homestead Grays. That became a very popular jersey, very popular hat when the Negro League jerseys came out. But that's Josh Gibson. So stuff would come out, and here's the thing that really look. I get all the hype. Okay, I get the hype about Caleb. I do. All right. I'm just not one to buy it yet because people are making lists upon lists, like, oh yeah, Caleb this, Caleb that. And believe me, I hope Caleb is that. I hope he is that. Okay. But right now he's not. And Chris Sims put together his list, top 40 list, or his list of top 40 quarterbacks. Caleb Williams is 20. Russell Wilson is 21. Derek Carr, 22. Daniel Jones, Deshaun Watson, Justin Fields is 25. Now, here's the thing I have with this. No, I get it. I understand. Believe you me, I understand. You want to put them in there and include them where you think they're going to be. But this says it's the top 40 quarterback countdown. It doesn't say by the end of the season. That means now. If I'm putting together a list of quarterbacks, that means now. How the hell can you put him in there when he hasn't thrown a pass? You can't do that. But I get why people do that because they want clicks, they want subscriptions, they want all this other stuff. But this is nonsense. Let the guy develop. So he's the 20th best quarterback in the NFL after not having thrown a pass yet? Come on now. Please, stop. This is what I mean. The nonsense is endless. Endless. Let him develop. We finally have a play caller who will maximize his strengths. Look what it did to C.J. Stroud. You got a play caller who knew his strengths and magnified them and used them. So stop with the nonsense of Caleb at number 20. Come on. Give me 2 or 3 weeks in the season. Like, okay, right now he's the 20th best quarterback. Now we can argue. Here's no argument. He doesn't need to be there. There's no argument. He's never thrown a pass in the NFL. But the hype around this young man, they want him to be good. They want him to be the face of one of the faces of the NFL, and I get it. But come on, man. For real, for real? You know, I am loving the fact, and we talked about it last week. I talked about it earlier today. I love the fact that he's struggling. I love it. I love it. This is how you learn. This is how you learn. You're going up against one of the top defenses in the NFL, not in the Central NFC North, not in the NFC, in the NFL. That back seven, probably top 2 or 3. 3, the lowest they would be rated in the NFL. You have these guys going up against you every day in practice. Let's not forget last week he didn't have Rome Odunze. He didn't have Keenan Allen. So you're not going in there fully loaded. Or as my guy Steve said, loaded for bear. You're not loaded for bear. Oh, damn. I deleted it. I thought I still had it. Well, you explained to me what it meant. That's why I thought it'd be a good spot to put it in there, Steve-O. But I'm excited.
I'm proud of you, Shawn. That was perfect usage.
Thank you. I'm pretty quick. Oh, Steve-O. And keeping up with the Bears. Oh, did I not do that? Son of a biscuit. I thought I... Here you go. I didn't do that yet. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, let me get this, because this is important. The NFL, crazy as it sounds, they're working on a reshuffling, a refiguration of training camp. Okay. This is an article in The Athletic. They're going to ask me for login, because I'm not logged in on my computer, just my phone. So members of the NFLPA, and this is from Mike Jones. Mike Jones! From yesterday, May 28, 2024, from The Athletic. It said the NFLPA officials would like to dramatically modify the format of the NFL's offseason. Members of the NFLPA's executive board have been working on a proposal that could call for the start of the offseason program to be pushed back from April to late June or early July, according to a person familiar with the deliberations. The person declined to speak publicly on the matter because NFLPA has not finalized such a proposal. So it's going like this. The goals centers around the desire for players to have a longer offseason initial recovery window. Then players will return to the team facilities to begin training and then ramp back up gradually to roll into training camp in late July. Okay. I think that is phenomenal. I think that is phenomenal. Okay. As much as I love football, it was a job. When I got to college, obviously when I was a professional, it was a job. But when I got to college, it was a job as well. Okay. Sometimes you just want to stop. I mean, our season finished Thanksgiving week, the Saturday before Thanksgiving, because I would usually leave. And back then, Holy Cross we weren't allowed to go to the 1AA playoffs. It wasn't FCS, it was 1AA. Due to our stupid ass league rules. I mean, we had some phenomenal teams. Our 11-0 team, my junior year, in the fall of '91, we would have given everybody some problems. Jim Trustle's Youngstown State Penguins, the Georgia Southern team, Sam Houston's of the world. All right, we would have given people the flux. We had it all. We had All-Americans on both sides of the ball. Finished up number 3 in the country without going to the playoffs. But it was a job. Like we had morning meetings before school, or they had meditation. Then we had school. We had classes, not school, classes. Then we had pre-practice meetings, or they had workouts. Then you had pre-practice meetings. Then you had practice. It was crazy. So we finished in November. We had about another 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before final, or 2.5 weeks before finals. We were gone before Christmas, obviously. And when we came back, we were only off for 2 weeks. We came back, we started the winter weightlifting program. It would just be much better if we didn't start to like February or March. Let our bodies heal, let our bodies recover. And not have such a long gap, because then we go home and then we weren't playing football. But like in the NFL, like you go home, you're not, I mean, most players don't live where they play or have a place to live where they play. Well, most players aren't from that town. A lot of them are from California, from Texas, from New Orleans, from Georgia, from Florida. All right, a lot of them from Illinois, from Michigan. So you want to go home and spend time with your people. You don't want to say, okay, I'll see you in, after my career's done, because I have to stay down here for a workout bonus, for this, for that. So I think it's smart by the NFL. I think it's better on the bodies of their commodities, their players. Yeah, here it is. I think it's better. It'll be better. You can completely heal. And here's the thing. You can go to your own doctors, right? Your holistic doctors or whoever it is that you go see, and you have a longer time with them. Because let me tell you, people who play football a long time, you don't even have to play a long time. But if you're in the NFL, you probably played a long time. You need your body to recover. You need it to heal. You need your body completely devoid of previous year's injuries. So if you started in May or June, I mean, you're done at January, right around Christmas or New Year. New Year's like usually week 17 or week 18. So you got pretty much most of January, most of February, March, April, May, before you have to return in June. That's 5 months. And most injuries that you have will be done, will be taken care of, or will have healed in 5 months. Jay Grizz, I'm sure he did. You know what? I have to go back and look. I'll go back and look on his Instagram and see. Man, it's a lot of going back I got to do. But I'll check it out. I'll check it out and see. Am I friends with him on Facebook? On Instagram? No, I'm not. Okay. So now I am. I'll check it out and see, Jay Grizz. But let's get back to the original point. All this excitement and anger and frustration over Caleb having a bad day at camp, it's got to stop. You have to look at the big picture. You should want him to struggle now. And when I say struggle, it doesn't mean that he doesn't complete any passes. The day before, he had a good day. The day before that everyone's talking about and worried about, Caleb had a good day. A really good day. But no one's talking about that. No one's talking. The players have in interviews and podcasts, yeah, they've mentioned it. Yeah, he got a few passes on us. That's what they say when you get tore up. Yeah, he got a few passes on us. But then he got his ass the next day. Iron sharpens iron. And the fact that this kid gets to practice against this defense every single freaking day as a rookie, only bodes well for this young man and this offense. In turn, this entire team. I want him to fail. I want him to fail epically. So you can say, okay, and learn. When you learn, and this is, this is life. Hell, failing in life. The biggest lessons we've learned are from times we've failed. Or at least I can say that for myself. I think many of you might be able to say the same thing. I am ecstatic he's struggling. I am ecstatic. Because when he comes out of it, oh my God. Oh my God. And the thing that, remember I said, who put this, or someone put it in the chat. Well, what was the most important acquisition this offseason that I said? Who was the most important we get? The most important acquisition this offseason for me. Do you remember who I said that was? Someone put it in the chat. The most important acquisition was Shane Waldron. This guy, they've talked about when the Bears interviewed him, when they did their due diligence about him. Teacher. That's the most important thing. Because you make mistakes, and here comes a teacher to adjust, to help you. Here's where you went wrong. Here's what you saw. Here's what you should have been looking at. Here's what you're looking at. Here's what you should have been looking at. When he did this, that told you, that signified this. When he did that, that signified this is going to happen. The most important acquisition this offseason was Shane Waldron, in my opinion. So the more Caleb fails now, the happier I am. Because you know what that's doing? That's shortening the learning curve. 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 So I said I'd love maybe week 10 for them to take the training wheels off. What if it happens in week 5 or week 7? We got 10, 12 games of Caleb maximizing his ability as a rookie, because he still has a lot to learn, but being really comfortable in this offense in week 7. And you have 10 games left. And hopefully we took advantage of the first 9 games and come out with no worse than a 7-2 record. Hell, even 6-3 I'll be fine with. But now he's clicking. Now he gets it. Now he sees the matrix. Now it slows down for him. Bingo. Fail away, young man. Fail away. Keep failing this offseason. Because it leads directly to success. Man, listen, I got to get out of here. I got to run. I got to go pick up the warden from CrossFit. 12:15. 12:15, we have Sydney Brown and Lakina McGee with Second City Sports. All right. And then I'll be doing my show at Nomad, so make sure you check us out there as well. And this show will replay tonight at 6. So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, our executive producer, Elliot Baez, our social media guy, Clarence Council III, my co-host, Absentia Maya, and my man, Steve-O, behind the 1s and 2s. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. My man, Steve-O. Guys, have a phenomenal hump day. It's all downhill from there, baby. It's all downhill from here. Beautiful weekend this coming weekend in the summer. The summertime shot. I mean, this is one of the first nice weekends. This past weekend was but 80s this weekend. Summertime shy is in full effect. Enjoy it. As I like to tell you, man, tell your loved ones that you love them. Let them know. All right. I'm out of here, folks. Everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago. For everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I'm out.